How you doing? Jesus Christ, it's bloody hot. This fucking car's ridiculous. You should have left the... Oh God, she should have left the windows down. You can pass out. Oh, no fuel. Oh, I should never put no fuel in the car. Always don't put any fuel in for me. Oh, you women. Right. Jesus Christ. Every day's a day. Jesus Christ. Anyway, how you doing? I can't, do you know, nothing worse, right? Getting into cars. Well, I know I'm driving it a lot now, quite a bit, because I'm doing videos of my cars in the garage. But it's a fucking circus. It's just nothing worse than adjusting your seat. Adjusting the seat and everything. Get yourself right. I haven't been in the car for 2 minutes, I'm sweating. I'm gonna go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've got to go to the shop again as usual, get a load of milk in. Get through loads of milk, you know, in this house. It's me and my tea. You know, I've got to have a cup of tea. A cup of tea is very, very, very important. I don't, you know, well, you can't see it. I've got some them like canvassy shopping bags, the strong ones. Probably get them in Sainsbury's and Tesco's and everything, not the weak ones, the proper ones. What you probably pay about £1 for, £1.50. Well, I've got them on my seat. I mean, I know it's boring out. This is what I was trying to say to you. In Hungary, we have storms. We have storms. We have storms, and sun comes out. Last night, it's about 12 o'clock. Well, what we call the pincer, which is the cellar outside, we let the dogs go in there. Even though they've got loads of kennels and the room near the presso to hide, the storm and the thunder and lightning were terrible. Do you know what? I've got to stop. And really, really bad. Anyway, where was that? Anyway, we had this really bad storm last night, about 12 o'clock, and I left the windows open in the pincer in the cellar. Well, the wind, Jesus wept. I'll tell you what, the Kelly's Gold on the front, I took one look, it was just like I said to you, hurricane just comes out of nowhere. It can be just quiet as anything, and this storm, now I tell you what, the Kelly's Gold proper bent right. I thought it was going to completely knock you off, completely bent over. So I went into the cellar. This is like nearly 12:30, coming up to 1 o'clock. I'm in the cellar with the dogs for a little bit because they don't like it, they're frightened to death. Suki always barks, the mum and dad, they always bark with the thunder. Suki hates it. But it really goes with a proper clat. It's like, you can, house and window shade. It's terrible. Anyway, the rain comes pouring down. So, I sorted that out, got the dogs in, the dogs were in the pins, stayed in the cellar with the dogs for a little bit, for an hour. Till the wind calmed down a little bit. Then I went back in the house. By this time it's coming around 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I took one look out the window, and because I've been renovating the pond, like I said to you, I've got all like extension leads where I've had to extend the cables because I've got the pond further into the middle of the garden. And I remember the other day I took I moved the extension cable with one of these bags out of the way, so the bag didn't have any rocks on it. So the bag blew into the water, into the pond. So all the extension lead was all exposed to the rain. Luckily, it had gone that way round, and not because I'm sure it would have probably packed up. It would have cut out. I've got automatic cut off. Still not the point. So I had to go in the garden with flip-flops on, with my torch. Because of all the soil I've dug up, I was sinking like quicksand into the garden. It was fucking horrible. I hate doing shit like that in the early hours of the morning. So I got to the front veranda, took my flip-flops off. They had about an inch of mud on it, all over. My feet were black or brown. So I had to shove them in the bidet, wash them. Oh, Jesus Christ. I probably didn't get proper sleep till coming on 3 o'clock, so I ended up watching some telly. Oh. Not really tired though. I tell you what. Made myself yawn then, but I used to get tired lorry driving. I'll tell you, when you're driving, you're doing your 10-hour stint driving. Plus you're working and thinking where you're going and everything. It really drains your brain. It's a bit like when you're depressed and stuff. You know, like when I'm on a downer. When I go on a downer, when I'm pissed off, angry or whatever. You can't believe. I said this to the doctor. I says once. I said, you just won't believe it. I can't sleep at night. My brain's going like 200 miles an hour. I said, I've got a tractor in front of it, a load of rolled up hay. And he says to me, yeah, he says, your brain's a bit like a computer, isn't it? You know, once it gets tired out, your brain can only take so much. And you just burn yourself out. And what happened, when I used to lorry drive, and I used to burn myself out. I used to say to him at work, I said, you're going to have to calm down on these hours. I can't keep doing 60, 70 hours a week. I said, I'm absolutely knackered at Saturday and Sunday. People don't realise. I've done jobs where I've done 10 hours a day and whatever, 9 hours, 8 hours. I've done all that in warehouse, I've done it at booths, I've been on forklifts, I've done all sorts of that, lifting. It's not the same. The difference with lorry driving and working what you call a 9 till 5, but some people work 6 till 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning till whatever time. They do their 8 hours, 7.5 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours if they want overtime. Lorry driving, there's no, can I do overtime today, or is there any overtime, or no overtime? There's no such thing. You can't do that with lorry driving. You just do that and you do your job. At the end of the day, you've got to just do your job. And I did once, they asked them once to put me on a 48, when I had this problem, when I was burned out, I went back to work and I said, doctor says you're going to have to put me on 48 hours a week. That's the minimum for lorry driving, you see, not 40 hours, not 38, not 37 and a half, 48. So they put me on this 48 hours. You know how long they put me on it for? They put me on it for 2 weeks and that was it. And then bang, 60, 65 hours, 70 hours, just straight away. And this is what I got pissed off with. And I wouldn't mind, but when you're like me, I was one of them sort of people who I'd go and get all my jobs done. But the more what people need to understand is, this is true, and the older guys will tell you this, lorry driving, they'll tell you think that they're moaning, but now I know where they were coming from, and I would say the same. The faster you do that job, more work lorry drivers will put on you, the management will put on you, the transport planner will just keep piling. There's no way you're going to go and do 8-10 hours, right? Unless you've got one of those lucky jobs and you're just doing a trunk and there's nothing else to it, right? But I can't do all that. I get bored out of my head. I like going I like different jobs every day. I like to know where I'm going, but I like different jobs all the time. You can't just, say I would like to do that 10 hours, or it's just not going to happen. And it's just completely different when you're lorry driving. I mean, I've gone out some days. I've gone out and what I've assumed or knew would be a really, really nice easy day. Oh, and you know your dead easy day, what you probably know you can actually get the jobs done in 8-9 hours. I'll tell you what, gone completely to pot. You know, you get held up an hour here, half hour there, traffic, accident. This is separate to your job. This is, you know, when you're getting held up everywhere else, and then you got the telephone blaring at you. Where are you? You're supposed to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Where are you? You've got to be there for 2 o'clock. You've got your AMs, you've got your PM deliveries. Yeah, especially on my job, because I'm multi-drone on Toyota, but I've even on a lot of the jobs I've done. But Jesus sweat. I tell you what, and you just say to him, look, I'm stuck in traffic, can't do it. Right, I'll phone you up in half an hour. I won't bother phoning me in half an hour because it's not. I know for a fact I'm going to be here for an hour, and they still phone you. But that's what I'm saying about lorry driving. You can't even say, you know, to your daughters, your kids, you can't your sons, you can't turn around and say, I'm going to be home at so-and-so time. We used to have a Marley, my girl, when she was a little girl, and alone used to do it, my youngest now. She'd say to me, oh, what, are you coming home tonight? And I used to say yes, because I wanted, when I thought I might be coming home, but horrible, most of the time I wasn't coming home. And it was them days, because the sort of art I've got, I'm going to say, Steve, I was on top of Hungarian again, the kind of art I got, because I'm not a bad person, I've got a soft art, where my art on my sleeve, I'm just not that kind of person where, you know, I have got weak art, I have. And it was just horrible. I mean, I just couldn't wait really to see the back of it, to be honest with you. Much as I enjoy driving the lorries, after a few years I wasn't interested. Just gone past it. You know, I used to, you know, say to my family, I say, do you know how much I'd love to just go to work at like start work at 6 in the morning. You know, probably some of you probably think 6 o'clock in the morning is early, but 6 o'clock's nothing. But to start work at say 6 o'clock in the morning and come home even at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a normal job, and knew you were doing that every single day. Absolutely, fantastic. But the problem is, would I get the money out? You know, that's it. Would I get the money? Because I used to go to a lot of companies, and I did used to, you know, everybody used to say, oh, I wish I did that lorry drive. And I said, no, you didn't. I said, yeah, the money's good. I said, but you're putting the hours in. Mad. And they can't get lorry drivers, you know, it is true. I'll tell you what job I did once. When we was at this Toyota job, we got asked by a company in Wiltshire near Stonehenge. They did all frozen deliveries to all like little shops and stuff, little co-ops and like extra things. And what co-op didn't always do, some they did extra. You could be doing milk, frozen food, anything. And some days you'd go out on an Arctic, and then some days you'd go out on like a 32 tonner and things like that. And they were that desperate for drivers. You could work either. It started. It was I don't know, it was a bank holiday, but they put us in an hotel. What's them hotels? Them purple ones. They're all right. They get nice breakfast and stuff. To come to me in a minute. They put us in a hotel up not far from Stonehenge anyway. And this business was only 10-minute walk or a few minute drive. And I opted to do the I think it was 4 days or 5 days, I don't know what it was. And this is no bullshit. They're paying us triple time. It was absolutely ridiculous, and I actually was the biggest earner because I was the actual biggest earner because I did that extra one day to what even the ones who'd done more. Some days, some people did 1 day, some did 2, some did 3, some did 4, and then there was the odd one did 5. But I was obviously going out with quite a lot of deliveries, so I was having longer days. I'd make sure I get all my hours in. I really did milk it. I think something ridiculous for the 4 or 5 days I did. I think I took home £3,500. Absolutely unreal. And that's it was just ridiculous. It was something like some ridiculous amount of money, like £50 or £60 an hour. Stupid. Jesus wept. Well, you fucking. And that, see, this is just typical. And he hadn't stopped. A van's just gone down, gypsy. And on the back, he's got a load of wood. On the back. And a big, massive chunk of bark has just come off about that thick. Nearly at the old Fiat Punto. It's not. It is an old one, but it's clean. White Fiat Punto in front. It nearly hit him straight up, nearly hit the top of the roof. Tell you what. I would have hit my car, I might have fucking turned it round, I'd be fucking punched him and put him in the ditch. Won't get no money here, you know, they won't fucking pay out. I've been waiting months. Yeah, so yeah, this is what I'm saying, the people just don't want the work. There's all agency. Even the agency didn't want to work them days. You know what I don't understand is, why don't businesses just pay a lorry driver a decent, good wage, not the agencies, because the agency, you're paying double, not the agencies on the red, right, and just pay your own drivers. And I'll tell you what it all boils down to. When you have the quiet periods, because every company has a quiet period, and then they have a busy period. It gets really busy Christmas, then it's sort of the beginning of the year, very, very quiet. Not much because everything's gone out at Christmas time. It sort of goes slow, speeds up, slow, speeds up. Yeah, and fucking train track. Why don't they just pay the normal drivers a decent wage? But I'll tell you what it boils down to. Holiday money. Because a lot, I mean, I know agencies now think the law now you've got to pay, but they didn't used to. Didn't want to pay like your sickness money, didn't want to pay holiday money, and when they want to lay you off when it's quiet time, instead of like you've got your, oh God, excuse me, I'm not eating again. When you've got your full-time drivers, oh Jesus, I've got volcanic eruption. No, not out my back passage. I won't come in my stomach again. Yeah, when a companies, normal companies and drivers, their own drivers, it gets quiet period. They don't know what to do with it, so they're spreading the work out. But really, they could just put the work onto like one or two drivers, and then they won't be there really. So, and that's why they like agencies, so they can just say, "Oh, we're not busy. We don't want you today. We don't want you this week or next week." You know, and then they're normal drivers. If they've just got a few, they'll just do the jobs. And it's saying that's what it all boils down to. And this is why in England now there's a shortage of lorry drivers. Nobody wants it. I mean, I don't want to go back in a lorry again. Would I? Be honest, now, would I? Fuck. You can't get your job done. I mean, here you probably could more or less get your job done, but you can't in England. Jesus Christ. You just knew all the places: Milton Keynes, Northampton, Eldon, Luton, Eldon. Towards London, M25, you just knew where all the old ups was. Dartford, it's a nightmare, absolute nightmare. People just don't realise, honestly, they don't realise. So I know I've come out in the car and I'm babbling again, but I know you like my company, don't you? But I'm just saying. So yeah, and this is why there's no lorry drivers in England. I mean, all the foreign people, all the, Polish, they've all gone back now. All a lot of the Hungarians have all gone back. Ukraine, but they've realised now that they were being ripped off in England, even though they were being paid. It was all being ripped off. There's having the piss took out of them. Completely having the piss took out of them. I'm going to have to put some petrol in this car. I'm going to have to put 5,000 forints in this car. I don't know. These women. I didn't bring loads of cash from them. Anyway, 1 minute. One second. stated, they say. You gathered I've got my sexy white shorts on. Stop calling me gay. I'm not gay. I've got nothing against gays, but unfortunately I'm not gay. Oh God. I put some extra. I went just over my 5,000 foreign, and it went to like they don't have like 1 penny pieces here and stuff like that. Or 2 foreign. It's always like 5 foreign minimum, which is practically nothing, to be honest with you. But I put 5,000 foreign. I took it up to 5,000 foreign, 5,000 foreign, 10 foreign penny, and I don't know what she's looking at. But she just said, "God, he's handsome." You feel the Jesus Christ freaking morning. Yeah, so he just gave me 5,000 foreign, but I'm pretty shocked actually. Some of them, God, look at that little Fiat 126. Great that is. Okay, let's give me, I might look for one of them. Fiat 126. Little yellow one, like a little wasp, like a little bee. Yeah, so like, so that's just a bit of me lorry driving and things like that. It's actually needs renewing. I've got to renew that, but I just don't know when. Because obviously I've got to be in the UK to renew it. Because of the virus and stuff, there was a big delay. I don't know if some of you knew who had car licenses what renewing, but they said that they was going to hold off till this year. So I've got to get it sorted out really. I mean, I don't want to lose it. I mean, I might buy a lorry. I might buy a lorry one day. I might want to buy a lorry just for like do it into like a big camper. Get myself a old ERF or something with a trailer. Turn it into a sex love machine. Okay. No, I won't be doing that, by the way. I won't be buying a lorry either. I don't know, just let it just... What's the point? I'm going to nip in this shop. I've got to get a rate today. The rate's bloody broke. Anyway. If England were like this, get some, have a big nice storm and the sun just comes clearing out. Yeah, I'd want to have a look. Have a little look where we are. All them hills you see over there, they all go to Slovakia. See, look, these guys here doing some work. These guys here, orange and yellow vests, they're all doing all the grass, cutting all the grass. So like another guy here, see, he ain't got a normal job, so for him to get paid off the council, which is like 50,000, like I said to you, 50,000 foreign, but you can do more than one job, so 50,000 foreign a month, but you can do multiple jobs to bring your money up to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 foreign. If you're into that kind of things. Here's all the flags, all the European flags. Have you noticed no English flag up there? All these like little, can't even call them towns, little villages you just pass through. Where we're going now, I'm going to take you to nothing major. It's when the Tartars invasion of Europe, it's called the Battle of Muhi, the Battle of Muhi, and there was Genghis Khan's grandson. He had 130,000 army of warriors against King Béla of Hungary, King Béla IV. He had 60,000. And he estimated 10,000 Hungarian warriors died. And where we're going is another memoriam of the deaths of the Christians who died. It's like a mound. You'll see it anyway when we get there, and I'll explain more. But that's where we're going, because this happened in 1200, in the year 1200. Now, Genghis Khan was ruling around that time, 1250 AD. Now, in perspective, I know Genghis Khan was later on, but Genghis Khan, he was estimated to have killed around 40 million people with his warriors in the whole of Europe, where the Tartar, they went all over Europe, because they're from the Mongolia, Russia steppes. And then you've got like when Attila the Hun, when he was roaming, doing his bit for Hungary, when he was doing it, he was born in 406 AD, and he died in 453 AD, Attila the Hun. So you think that he was in his mid-40s when he died, which is it's a good old age, that is. You know, it's a good old age to be in your 40s, knowing that you had all them battles. Now, Attila the Hun, obviously that's who I'm named after, not the Hun, but Attila. And that's the proper way to pronounce it, Attila. I know I say Attila because it's easier with the English alphabet, but it's actually Attila. And that's why a nickname for my nickname in Hungary. I'm going to put the camera on me now, 1 minute. That's why the nickname for me here for Attila, or Attila, is Otti. But when you think that he estimated to have killed plus 40 million people, but you're talking 700 years earlier before Genghis Khan. So, you know, you wouldn't even think at that day and age, in that time, in that era, there'd be actually that many people were born. There must have been like fucking rabbits having sex. I bet they were saying, fuck it, I bet Genghis Khan and all of them, even Attila the Hun. I bet you they were fucking woman after woman. I bet you said, fucking fetch me another woman into me, bastard 10, I'm ready to go. And then another one coming, oh, I'll have that one, oh. But you know that Attila the Hun, when he died, the Roman Empire stitched him right up, you know, that's how he got defeated. They stitched him right up with this woman, I forgot her name now. And what she did, she poisoned him because he used to drink heavy. He was a big heavy drinker, wine drinker. They poisoned him. And that was the only way the Roman Empire that's the only way they could stop him. That's the only way they could stop him. And that's where you got Attila the Hun. That's why Hungary is called Hungary, Hun. That's how it all started. That's how Hungary's empire started, Pannonia. But yeah, that's the only way. I mean, and when the Romans did finally attack him, they had to get all the other barbarians who at the time, some of them did help, you know, join forces with Attila the Hun in some previous battles. But that was the only way Rome could actually defeat Attila the Hun, is by getting all them. He stitched him right up. They got loads and loads without him knowing. Got loads of other tribes to defeat him in one of the battles they had. But to get rid of him, the only way they could do it is try and marry off this woman. I can't remember her name now. And what she did, it was all settled. It weren't going to be. I mean, he probably got his wicked way of her, because she probably were like that. She probably liked a little bit of her arse tickle and things like that. She might have preferred all that. I mean, Attila the Hun with all his fur clothes on. You know, there's probably some kinky sex going on in them days. I bet, wasn't there? I bet he used to go around roaming around his tent when he come out of his big sea, growling like a fucking wolf. I bet she loved it. I bet she loved a bit of arse tickling. Anyway, she poisoned him. She fucking bitch poisoned him, didn't she? Man, he was a twat. Shouldn't have fell for it. A bit like me, fall for these women. Jesus Christ, I can't trust them. Anyway, we're coming up to Muhi. Because you know Attila the Hun, as I told you, very, very rich. Rape and pillage, they used to say. I know rape's a nasty word, but in them days, terrible. But yeah, he used to just go through towns and camps of other tribes and just pillage, rape and pillage. He used to say what he used to do. Just murdered everybody. How could somebody even live that long in the 40s? I mean, when you think about it, you can get into a fight like now. You get into a fight and just die with somebody with a stupid knife or a gun. I know guns are a lot quicker, but when you really think about it, the way how lethal they were in them days, Jesus Christ, proper lethal. Anyway, I'm going to show you. We're coming up to, no, I can't really show you, but yeah, I will. No, I won't. Just here it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to park over there and we can have a little walk. Probably got to pay. I bet you I've got to pay. How much do they want? A couple of hundred foreign. Oh, they've got a parking area here. Oh, that's alright, I suppose. So, park at this end one, eh? This is, this was the Battle of Muhi. Over there's a big lake. This is all, I used to go swimming there. It's a proper like beach and everything. But I stopped going because what they did, they had all these like cabins outside on the beach where you could get drinks and food. Apparently the rent was really high for people. So people didn't want to go there and sell food because the rent was extortionate. Basically, the guy who owns this used to be I'll tell you who owns it. It used to be a cabbage barn, which is a quarry. So a quarry actually owns it. And what he's done is he turned it, the quarries turned them into lakes. And what they did, they put sand and everything, made it really beach, because there's loads of sand here anyway, but they made it more for a beach for people. I'll get out the car so you can see. I don't know how much they're going to charge me. God, it's hot. Just see it over here. I've gone and bought myself to buy myself a Pepsi and mango flavour. I don't really drink Pepsi and Coke anymore, but I prefer Pepsi. We're going to have a look. You can see it all here. Yeah, so it was the Battle of Muhi. This is where the Tartars all come. You can see it's got the big bird there, the Hungarian Empire. But we're going to have a closer look. Yeah, behind the mills there is a beach. I don't think you can go to what they've done. He turned it into a lorry park, not the actual beach, but he turned a lot of the parking area into a lorry park to get money. So many things have changed here now. watch this twat, he'll probably run me over. Yeah, I bet you got to pay here. Well, how much are they going to charge me? Rock lot, 500 foreign for a pallet. Or they'll buy pallets at 500 foreign. Yeah. Yeah, looks like you got to pay here. Or do you not have to pay? Probably don't have to pay. Look here, I've got it all here for you. Got it in English. The Muhi Battle Memorial. So it says, the medieval Hungarian state suffered one of the most serious defeats at the Battle of Muhi. Look, 1241. Batu Khan. Now Batu Khan, that's Genghis Khan's grandson. Batu Khan. And it said Batu Khan's army delivered an annihilating attack on the troops of Béla IV. The Hungarian king fled to Tartar and returned to rebuild the country after the Mongols left. Hungarians remember this short but devastating period as the passing of the Tartars. So then it's just got like Nemzeti Örökség Intézet, which is the National Heritage Institute. Looks like some animal's been in there. It looks like actually, looks like somebody's nicked a flower. There were 3. Nick out, wasn't there? Anyway, so there you go. It's terrible, really. You don't have to pay either. It's alright, isn't it? Got something here you don't have to pay for. Yeah, so like I said to you, it was bad. There's been some Hungarians. They've had some really people don't know much about Eastern Europe. There's a lot. I mean, it upsets me because it's bad. I've had some really bad shit happen here. But, yeah. Yeah, so it's nice. It's quite nice. This is. I can just go and walk around it, and there's some lovely roses. I mean, when you think they lost 10,000 Hungarians, pretty depressing, really, isn't it? People have been climbing up there. You can see that was like a guy. He's coming down with his head and he's holding, but his head's come off. It looks like an angel because he's got wings. These for other people. Memoriam. Lord Tisachega, which is another place. Polgermeister, which is a council. Like he died. Yeah, all the carvings. Terrible. Yeah, the Hungary's had they've had loads and loads of battles. I think a lot of it stems like where they are in the centre of Europe. I mean, Prince Arpad, who's my other middle name, he was a good warrior as well. He fought everybody off, and obviously Attila the Hun. But they've had some, obviously when the Red Army come, the Russians, in '56, and then Germany came here as well. Hitler had his little bit, didn't he? Yeah, nice and peaceful here. It's just to think that, like, you know, like here, massive battle here. You know, it's just amount of people. I know we have similar things. We have the same thing in England, don't we? Saxons and everything. There's that place in think I went with school. There's that place in Warwickshire, isn't there? We used to go to. I can't remember the name of it now. Bet these got put down some time ago, these. So what you do is you walk onto it and I think it just takes you around. There's a bit of a cave here. So you can go in the middle of here. Well, the rocks are all stacked up. A little bit of concrete in them. Fucking hell, tell you what, I wouldn't want this coming down on me. And some of them webs look like some fucking big tarantulas up there. These are all wasps. Wasp nests. Carpenter and everything. Jesus Christ, I've got a bird nest here. A little sparrow's nest, I think. Something like that. It's like a strong smell of what do you call it? Creosote. Like what you put in the wood. Look at the size of this. All lights up at night. It looks lovely here, you know. And if you come past here at night, on the main road, this is lit up like the moon. They take all these type of things. What I was going to just say to you, there's this thing in England where, I don't know, it's like the Union Jack is like, people find it all offensive, racist, and England has gone that way now. England's gone that way. It's completely losing its identity, and you know that. I mean, I'm born in England, but England will never. The times when I thought was the most normal was when I was a young child, and I would say after around 2000, after my dad died. I mean, it sounds awful. I'm sort of glad my dad is alive in some ways, because I know that, you know, I mean, imagine the way society is now, my dad being old, and the sort of bloke he was, he wouldn't take no shit. You know, you just don't know. I'd be worried stupid every time I went to the pub or went out. Sort of, in some ways, I'm sort of glad he's gone. It's almost in a selfish way, but it's in the way that you don't feel like you've got that more extra burden hanging over your head. You know what I mean? But do you see, in like Hungary, they take all this sort of stuff really, really serious. You know, we're coming up to August the 21st here, and it's a big national day in Hungary, and they'll put all the Hungarian flags all down the streets and everything. There'll be fireworks being lit. I mean, I don't support fireworks. I don't, by the way. I'm not a fireworks sport. I can't stand them. But people would have them, don't they? Can't do nothing about it. But it's. I think there should be an area where people should do them where there's no animals. Fucking dogs hate it. Animals can die from it. But yeah, there's no proper sense of identity, and it's nothing to do with. England is a very national country. It's had, you know, that when my dad went there, it's got Hungarians, Polish, Italians, Ukraine. It's got loads of nationalities, Turk, everything. But since all the things what's happened over the years, Muslims and, you know, and I'm not against Muslims. I don't like radical people. I don't like shit like that. I'm just not into all that. I'm not into all these stupid religions. I mean, I'm Catholic, but we've never, except we've got being baptised and at first going to the church. And do you know why? My mum, she says, and my dad said, I'm fucking taking you to church. You're fucking perverts. And it's fucking true. Fucking glad. I mean, I'm telling you now, if Mum would have carried on going to church, I probably wouldn't be able to walk proper now. I would be walking like fucking John Wayne. I don't want no fingers up my ass. I'm telling you what. And that's why we stopped going. That's why my mum says, no, he's not going to Catholic church no more. They've all been done for perverts, locked up. Fucking terrible, you can't do it. This is why I get so pissed off. I know I'm having a rant now, right? But this is why I get pissed off. Like, you get drug dealers and whatever. I've got no problem with any of that, right? Providing, like I said to you, providing nobody's physically getting beat up or whatever, right? Drugs are never ever going to go away, right? Or anything like that. But why is it that tax fraud, all your stupid things like drugs. You know, they're prepared to lock people up for things like that for years. Yet they're fucking bastard, slimy, perverted bastards. You know, which are everywhere, government everywhere, and just letting, you know, all these top heads, top people in banks, they're all doing what they're doing, right? Fucking fiddling. Makes me fucking sick, I tell you. I'm having a rant now, right? I know I'm going completely off the subject, but I can't help myself. See all this here? This isn't even Hungarian, listen. I think that it's wrote some really old writing, that is. Look, Anno Domini. Because like Hungary, they had all really old Hungarian writing, you know, back in the day. Tell you what, but it took some work putting that up, innit? You don't realise how heavy some of this wood is. Get here, you can just see now. In fact, they've been doing some work. Looks like it's finished, that then. Can you see? That lake you just sort of see over there, in fact, absolutely, it's all disappeared. It's all land now. What they've done, they've filled the water back up. Why would they fucking fill it back up? Why would they fill it back up and put like more land? That's stupid. Yeah, so some dead people here. Oh, probably all around this area. Because Muhi, the actual town of Muhi is over there. You got Muhi Toe, which is the Muhi pond. There's actually I went to an hairdresser's, barber's. You know, I don't know which way I'm fucking going. I'm walking all, I feel like I'm just wandering everywhere. Probably going to trip over and fall down, break my neck. I met an English woman at a barber's once in Mishkons. At one of my friends, Alex, is a friendly barber. Used to really get on well with my mum. And she was with her husband, her original husband was Hungarian. He passed away, and she carried on living in the house, and then she met a, believe it or not, German guy. And she was living in Muhito with a German guy. But she wasn't, same as, basically, same as me. Her kids would have been, children would have been same as me. Like my mum was English, my dad was Hungarian. But she loves it here, absolutely loves it. She thinks it's great. She retired and she says, oh, this is fantastic here, I love it. I've got a nice big pond, big water near my house. And I did actually mean to get her, we were dead busy in the barbers, I couldn't really get around to talking to her. I thought, well, I'll go through Alex and he'll probably say, oh yeah, she lives there. I knew where she lived, but she did want to really talk to me. She probably wanted to speak to somebody English. I mean, she couldn't talk fluent Hungarian, but she did know some Hungarian. She knew some. I mean, my mum was fantastic at speaking Hungarian. My mum, she could talk really well, understand everything, talk everything with mum. She was really good. But, you know, Hungary's one of them things, if you're not, even Hungarian people, if they're away from Hungary for a long time, they have to get back into it. Hungary is Hungarian language is very, very backward. It's backward language. Not backward as in brains. The language is backward. You say things we would say it in English, they will say it backwards. But it actually makes more sense in the language to say it that way, because if you said it the other way, it don't even sound right. So that's what makes the Hungarian, and you have to get past all that. That's why you have to get past that to understand the language. And that's what makes it difficult for people. That's why Google Translate can't translate properly. I mean, you can go and say things in Hungarian on Google Translate. You could end up calling people blind. you can say things what you're not supposed to be saying. So don't rely on things like Google Translate. Might be alright for some languages, but you couldn't do it in Hungarian. Only on certain little things. See ya stuff. For Hungarians, and a little one. Yeah, these things like this, I mean, obviously there was the virus as well, but so many places have lots of places like that. That was a great little beach there. It's finished. Done. Terrible, really. I mean, there used to be in here, you could get some hot food and everything. That's not even open. I was hoping it was going to be open so I could have a snack. Never eaten, am I? I used to always have my breakfast. I think whether I'm doing it deliberately, try to check on my weight. Look at me, okay, I'll just go up, bang the car. Look at that. Yeah, the storm, all the windows are open on the car, and the storm, the water went all in the car. I mean, just look at this car. You've not seen it, have you? I need to look at it, but can you see? Any of you want to buy it? You see this fantastic. Oh dear, the lacquer's coming off. I put that in. That heater fan there. Heater's packed. Look, the rubber's coming off around the window. I've just got to glue that back on. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at the state on it. Look, paint's all off colours. No lacquer on it. Look, lacquer's just gone. It's a dream machine, isn't it? Renault Megane. You know, what is it? RN or RL? What is it? 1.4E. 1.4E. It's got a big 1.4 in it. Bi-turbo. It's RL. Renault Luxury. I don't think it really means Renault Luxury. I think it's more like Renault Love Me in the Water. Yeah, we have loads of deers here by stags. Crazy about it. I know you have them signs in England. Yes, I know you have them signs in England. But there is loads here. You actually see loads in the fields. You know, if you're driving and it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock early morning, you'll see them all in the field. And if you're driving down a country road and you've got your main beam on, not noticing this car, but noticing Merc, when I drive my Merc, you can see the eyes of all the animals in the trees and everything. Yeah, so a lot of people died there, didn't they? Quite sickening, isn't it? You wouldn't think that the amount of people who's died over the years through battles. What's the point in it? Terrible. I better go and get my rake, can I? So you come home to get my rake? Got to get a rake. I've got a big long rake. Yeah, I've got a big long rake. I said rake. Big long rake. But it's wide and it grabs a lot of gravel and stuff. It's a bit much for something. So I'm gonna have to get the normal size one. So we'll go to practical, which is a bit like B&Q. So okay. Jesus Christ, it's warm. Bloody Nora. See how they've got the jet ski there, yeah? Because they used to have a lot of water sports going on here as well. And stuff. But normally you can see the lake where the beach. I mean, I've got photographs. I wish I could put one up. Absolutely lovely it was. It used to be a beautiful beach, private. Oh, a bit of some cows in there. Oh, see, they've got lorries parking in there, renting out to lorry drivers to park up. Yeah, can you see it? Oh, they've still got the beach. Oh, it looks like they still have it open. I imagine the lorry drivers who park up for the weekend go there. See all down here, can you see all, that's the motorway here, you can see all the big lakes. There's one over there. They're all ex-quarry sites, because down here, Hungary is full of sand underground. Like I said to you, we've got loads of water wells. Neerklidhuizen, we normally pass that, Miskolc. We went through Neerklidhuizen when I was telling you about the ice cream parlour. But you see all the quarry, how much sand is here. Loads and loads of sand. You dig gardens up, you dig your garden. I mean, I had loads of sand in my garden. You don't know where he's going, he don't. He keeps putting his indicator on left, then he puts his indicator on right. Then there's a nutter in a car just overtakes me. See what I mean about him overtaking? Motorbikes coming. This is what it's like in Hungary because of all these single carriage roads. Very, very dangerous. See, being a lorry driver, you just let them just go. Let the idiots just go. Let them go. If you want to kill themselves, kill yourselves. Fucking, but don't kill anybody else. Come on, put your car in the fucking. They're just idiots. Complete idiots. I've nearly been run off the road here a couple of times. But you know what? It's a bit different when you're driving like my car. When you drive back to shit like this, I'm not being horrible, but when you drive back to shit, right, you get no respect. And I think that's the same in England, to be honest with you. You can't win. Like, everybody's saying I'm a drug dealer. You know. Well, you see that I renovate properties. I buy properties in Hungary, and that's how I make my money. Buy properties, renovate them. Stop talking out your arses. On the right turn just down here where you can see that lorry in front, the garden centre I go to, well, I used to go to a lot. I haven't been to it because the garden's chock-a-block now, isn't it? But, look, the Larix for Iskola. See how they call it Larix, like for Iskola? Tree school, that's the, I know it sounds stupid, but it sounds normal in Hungary. Like when you see all these hills over there as well, these hills, these are different to the others. These are all, yeah, they do a lot of wine. Get good sun, a lot of grape growing up, a lot of grapes growing up there. Some of the houses are old weekend houses, and then you have some really modern ones. Look, Neerklidhuizen. Turn right here. Got terrible hiccups. But this road we're on now, further up where you go towards Mezachar, is part of this road. This was the old road what we used to come when we used to come to Hungary. Didn't have no motorways then. This is going back a couple of years ago when it's come down. Didn't have all the luxury then. You used to have to come down all the back roads. That's why it took like, it could take 2 to 3 days if you had a shit car, or it was a bad day. I mean, I can do Hungary now in less than 24 hours. Quickest I've done it, I don't know whether it's 15 or 18 hours. I think it was 18 hours. But on average, I can do it. And this is stopping as well for fuel and getting a quick drink and going to toilets as well. I think I did do it in 15 hours, you know. I don't think I had no sleep at all. I don't think I stopped. Because normally when I have a stop, when I drive, I normally do it in around, I normally have about 4 or 5 hours sleep, then a couple of hours. But I come with my mum once, I think we did it in 15 hours, just driving, fueled drive. Get a coffee quickly. But on average, 20-22 hours I normally do it, which is still good going on my own. I mean, I like doing these videos for you where I'm driving because you get to see Hungary, the countryside and the way it's set out and everything, and how the villages run into each other. Like this here, God, what's the name? I'm trying to think. Muhi. This is Muhi. Speed cameras up here. Not that I fucking know what speed I'm doing. Well, I know I'm going slower than what I should be anyway. Speedometer's packed up. Jesus wept. But they have like loads of these, like, see how it says buffet and langosh. Langosh is alright. I mean, I get bored of it, but they're nice. And then ice cream, fudgy. Little football ground there. About as big as my garden. He looks a little bit pissed, doesn't he, this bloke here? Look at him. Jesus Christ. They love getting pissed early here, you know. Actually, they do in England, they do the same, don't they? Get these people who go to the pub early for 11 o'clock. But I normally, I used to get a lot of my pond stuff from here, this pond shop here. And this on your left, right here, with the red and white building, tower, lots of cement and concrete businesses here. Closed down, that one has. Yeah, look, dinner, watermelons. At one time, you'd see loads of them, like, stalls on the side of the road. You could see loads of them, but because of the EU and all this, like, it's all stopped. I don't know why Hungary bothered with it. I know Hungary needed it. Hungary needed the money, so I know why they did it. But there's so many things that aren't allowed no more, because if there's too many, then what they're saying is the big supermarkets saying it's affecting their business. It's a right load of bollocks. Because we're just talking watermelons and things like that. People have got to do businesses, especially out in this county. I mean, this is probably one of the poorest counties in Hungary. Borsod-Abaúj-Zemplén. Pink Trabant over there. I had a look at that for sale on the internet. You can see it there, Pink Trabant. Expensive here, you know. These fucking cars, fucking all old, right? Fucking expensive. That's why I mean, That's why I'd rather bring a car from England. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to have some problems with my car soon. Because MOT is running out, isn't it? MOT's in Hungary is every 2 years. Because of the virus and everything, fuck me right up. I'm sorry if I keep swearing, but it really has messed me up. Because I'm not having the injections, so I don't even know whether I'll be able to come back. And I've not got my passport yet. And I know it's going to take. I'm waiting for it to come from Budapest. When that comes, then I could obviously go to England as an Hungarian citizen as well. And maybe I might have to just fill a paper in. That I've been tested, you know, have a test, but not have the injections and everything, I'll be fine. But my MOT, I think it runs out this September, so I'm balls up because that MOT runs out, I am fucked. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So that's a big major problem for me, that is. I mean, that's why I said to you, I'm going to have to buy another car. What's my car going to do? Sit in the garage here, just sit there, parked up? Or do I just sell it on to somebody? I mean, I'll get my money, I'll get a lot better money than I get in England. But it looks like I'm going to have to sell it on. And then somebody will just have to register it here because I cannot register the car until... That's what that is, one of the major problems. If I could register the car, get the passport, get my identity card, get the car registered, obviously I'll have to take my private plates off, which I can do on the internet, and then get the originals put on, which ain't going to make no difference. And then it's be registered here, then I get it MOT'd here. But that is the only thing I'm hoping on. Quickly get, because you've got to have all your paperwork here before you can register the car. So if my MOT runs out, I'm knackered, aren't I? You see all the high-rise flats in Miskolc over there. Come on then. Nobody here. Jesus Christ. What's going on? Oh, they've got Aldi there. Carpet place, Padlo, Burkle. Padlo is floor, they do all floor tiles. Your KFC over there, that's new. How long's that been there? Do you know what? Because I've not been going out that much. Got a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, that's making me hungry. So this is where Ocean is, a little business park. See here, used to be a wood yard here. Used to be able to get logs. Now it's a drive-through KFC. Now that sounds good to me. Right, more garage there. Now this is Practica. This is where we're going to get my rake. You're driving that way or driving down here. Just like B&Q really, that's all it is. Yeah, look at these cabins, all these wooden cabins, look, they do sausage, everything in there. What a car, what a beast. Let's go and get this rake. Jesus Christ. Everything's here. What they got over there? White love. Don't know what that is. But everything there, buildings, materials, oh, a lot dearer than this. A lot dear. I don't know how they afford it. It's a lot dearer than England. Absolutely crazy. I'm not going to be able to camera in here because I tell you what, the security is so strict. That's ridiculous. I mean, what makes me laugh? Because right, I think it's my tattoos, you know. Because when you have loads of tattoos here, they think you've been in prison. All gypsies have tattoos, so not all of them, but that's the impression I've been told. My girlfriend who I met here, when she met me on Facebook, she was petrified. She says because everybody's seen my tattoos and says to her, "Oh, do you think he's all right? He looks all right, and he looks like he's been in prison all the time." But bad, really. So yeah, so look, it's like a B&Q in here. I'm gonna have to turn camera off because I know what they're like. I'm not getting into an argument. I'll speak to them when I get me a rake. Right, I'm in here anyway. Thought I'd just slap it on. Got to be careful of security because you know what they're like. A bit funny here. A load of fittings. I spend all my life getting all these like hose pipe fittings and stuff out there. Like an idiot, I should have. I didn't bring the bank card with me, did I? But you see, like they have all these water pumps. That's the one I've got. I've got one of these. That I've got in the garden. Does all me. Look, see how expensive they are. 62,000 foreign. About 160 quid. Not cheap. There's loads of them. They do all sorts. And you can cut your hose pipe off whatever you want, whatever size. Cut it. What have I come here for? Oh, rake. Garden rake. There we go. So I probably need something. Not 5,000 foreign. Never look. Yeah, that's quite a strongish one. Is it alright for sunset? Yeah. Shit, I don't know if I've got any smaller handle ones. I've got all these. Oh, I've got another one here. That's even longer. Oh, a nice one there, that is. Nice aluminium handle. Oh, I like that. Is that plastic? That's plastic, that's no good. No good for my garden, it's for fucking concrete. Oh yeah, I've got some, oh no. We've got some of the cheapo ones here. But some of the cheapo ones are strong, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, that'd do me out. That'd do. Don't need out too professional. That's alright. Got a little screw in there. So if it knackers up, either buy another piece of wood or put another big screw in here. Probably put one on the, oh, got one on this side here. That's alright. Is that one? Bit smaller one. That's alright as well. Bit of a small handle, probably right for something like that. It might be, that's probably more ideal. It's the same price as that one. I don't want anything too big because I've got a really big one, big rake. So mine's a big long one, I have a longer. I fucking hate these shovels out there. They sell loads of these shovels. I like nice straight ones like these. But even that's not straight, still got a curve on it. Bit funny when my shovels are, you know. Spades, shall I say. Yeah, I think this one I'll have to do. That's probably about right. Do something to that. A little bit smaller. Yeah, don't want anything too professional. Yeah, how much is it? 2,699 foreign. 6 or 7 quid, didn't they? It must be for little people. Oh, little people. Yeah, this must be this section here. This must be the dwarf section for dwarf people. You see everything's small, a lot tinier. Smaller, like you got a spade there. Look these, like small. Not really small. Yeah, that's and look, rate. Look at rate. Little people for dwarfs. be for anything else. What the fucking dwarves? I like to walk around the fucking range, don't I? Yeah, I used all them pots. These like cook all your goulash. Love them, I do. Yeah, you got little ones, little pots up here. I bet you're thinking, come on Tilla, bring me some of them back. Bring me some. I'm not bringing any of you, none of you back. Because none of you invite me to your house. None of your friends will invite me. I'm not giving you anything. You better do some grovelling. All of you fuckers. Yeah, look, all these cooking pans. Look at that one, stainless steel. Nice one, that, isn't it? Then you got your, if you have gas, if you want gas as well, you got like your, put them onto the gas cylinder and cook. Outdoor pipes and stuff. Little fold-up trolleys here, right? Aren't they? Fold-up trolleys. Okay. These are for your posts stuff. That's how I did my garden with one of these. Turf the soil over. Imagine doing that at me other place. Be a right joke, wouldn't it? But if till 10 years later. Yeah, these are good, aren't they? These are for your goulash. These are for cooking outside. Also, if you have these, they're also good if a burglar comes. You can smack them straight around the face with it as well. Smack anybody. Tell you what, I wonder how many grandmas here, Nodge Mama, have smacked the Nodge up the granddad round the head with them. I bet there's been some serious smackings with them. I bet a lot of kids have been smacked with them here. Right, I've got my rake. That's all what matters. Right, but I'm going to send something in the garden. She can do some raking. I've got to get that soil sorted out, make it like a man, and all the grass seeds got to go down. Once that's done. There's like all your bulbs and that. It's got everything in here. Right. You want to put? Nem, kész pénz. Amiz nézett van? is szépen. Vislát. I don't know where to get the prices from. That was 4,400 foreign. Now when I looked at it, it was 2,000. I'm not even going to query it because I know what I like it. Get all the labels and everything mixed up. Looks like a different label's been put on that though. What's the problem? Oh, it don't matter. Can't get it right. They couldn't organise this up in Brera. 4,003, 6. About 15, 14 quid. It seems a lot of money for that. I'm being funny. £14 for a fucking ring. Oh man, but it's not like a Fiskey's one. I don't know what she keeps looking at, that woman. She keeps staring at me as if I'm fucking thinks Francis, man. She thinks I'm a bit of an alien. She's probably thinking, he's a strange one, isn't he? She's looking at me and stroking her ear. Let's realise I'm a young man. Yeah, I'm only young. Not available. Right. Upwards and onwards, as shall we say. Oh, I know what I've got to do. I'm going to go to Nick's house. I'm not going in the ocean. I've got to get some milk. I'm just going to get myself a nice coffee as well. Stop for a coffee. Crying out loud. Should just want more money with me. When I was on about the, obviously I've got to go to the other house. God, it's just like, it's supposed to have gone, was it Friday? I think it was Friday I was supposed to have gone. Yeah, I think it was Friday I was supposed to have gone. And it got cancelled. And then it was supposed to be tomorrow. I'm supposed to go tomorrow to the house, the other house. And now the woman, I told you, the woman, I don't know if you look on my previous videos, the woman who I bought the house off, she's in hospital. Well, she's not now. So, Jesus Christ. She's passed away at the weekend, died. So it's not good news. It was going to happen. It was going to happen. She won't come out of hospital again. That's why the house had to be. That's why I had to buy the house quick shop. That's why the daughter's not been able to do a lot of the things, because her mum's been ill. So now I'm not going there to, I mean, I don't mind. It doesn't really bother me as long as I know when I'm going. And Sunsy's got the dentist tomorrow, so Sunsy's taking his car to Miskolc's. So I can't really do, I'm obviously I've got to look after the dogs. So I says to her, well, make sure, don't cancel your dentist appointment tomorrow, because obviously she won't be able to go to the dentist in Miskolc's and leave all the dogs if I was at the house, 400 kilometres away. So it's been cancelled anyway tomorrow because the woman's died and everything, so at the weekend. So I'm going Friday now, it's supposed to be Friday. But like I said, the farmer who has been, the woman rented out the field to the farmer, and obviously I had to get rid of he'd done the weed, cut his wheat down, but he left all the roots, all the brown roots, which are dead hard. You will see on one of my previous videos. No good for me, no good for the dogs, and I can't be doing it myself. So I had to get the tractor, so the tractor guys come back, the estate agent spoke to him. Well, it was actually the girl from the house told him he's got to get it done. It don't cost her anything, he's had to do it. He rented the field, sort it out, get it back down to soil, so it's been done. It's all gone back down to soil now, so all I'll probably have to do is flatten it all out. Obviously I've got to dig a pond eventually. I don't think that's going to be this year, I just don't know. Really, regarding that house at the minute, as long as I can get the fencing done for the dogs at the back, and then I'll probably be concentrating on the house inside, whatever I can, depending on weather. Because the weather's alright in here October anyway in Hungary. It's still warm. So, hopefully, because when I go, I'm getting the keys from the house. What I'm actually going for is to sort the gas, electric and water all in my name. You see, here, there's a law. When you have got a new house, a property in your name, when you've got a property in your name, you are supposed to wait, it's 30 something days after you have got the paperwork in your name. You have to wait 30 to 40 days, I think it is, before you can actually go and do utilities, like i.e. gas, electricity, water, to get everything put in your name. It's just something more, it's different, it's just different here in England. So that was another reason as well. I think the delay was coming on. There's an house been built there. I will go one day. Absolutely, it's probably one of the prettiest houses that's been renovated or built from scratch. Really been done well. Really been done well. It's got all like plastic double glazing, but I mean I'd rather have it depends on the house. That's the newest house been built, but it's all been like, it's got the plaster on the outside. It's all done in, see, it's all done in white with grey roof. So it's sort of my design. I like white. That's how I'm going to do the other house. It's all going to be white and black. The horse barns and things are all going to be black doors on, solid wood. They're green at the minute, and light green. Look alright, look classic. I want them all black. So I'm gonna, and I think even though the tiles are fine on the roof, I think I'm going to deliberately solder the tiles on somebody, and I'm going to put here, they do like a black tile here, with almost like glitter in it. It's not Fandango glitter, it looks really nice. I'm thinking of having the black roof put on as well. See, the reason why everything's expensive at the other house to do, it's too high. You have to get loads of scaffolding in. And if you don't get the scaffolding into, then you have to get the cranes as well. It's just crazy. You have to get all the scissor lifts and everything. It's just too much hassle. And that's what they're doing now. A lot of people now, they're not having these really big houses, they're having bungalows. Although that house what's been built, that's on like 2 or 3 levels. It's been done nice. It's not as big as the one in Mezzachar. If I've got enough money on me, I'll get the milk. Yeah, I've got enough money. I should have enough. Get the milk and might go for a coffee. I'm not going for an ice cream because it means I've got to lick the ice cream like a pussycat. See, like over here, having all bungalows built now, people having all the land's been sold off. Farmers obviously sold land to people. They're having all bungalows built. That's what I'm on about. Everyone's having bungalows now. You wait till that bungalow, what I've done, been renovated. It's going to be absolutely lovely. It's going to have all the big, massive concrete pillars outside, like the old Western. It's going to have all archways. It's going to be lovely, all open up veranda. Because what they've done to save on heat, they've like got rid of the veranda and put windows in, so it's like a block veranda, which is like, so the veranda's sort of inside the house, it's tiled. I don't want that because I'm going to put all new windows in, because it needs all new windows. So I'm going to put either, I don't really want to put plastic, but I might do it because of the cold winters. But if I didn't do that, I'd probably put the original old-fashioned design in, but wooden frames with double glazing. So this is obviously you've been here, haven't you, naked house. This is like when we on the way to Mezzachar. If you have a look, a lot of the houses have got all new roofs. They had a massive hurricane here, a storm years ago. It wiped everybody's roof out. So majority of the roofs have all been done. But there's an house down here somewhere what's got a black roof. Like look at that one. That's like a blacky green roof on that. But this one was really, really nice. It's got like little star effects on it. Really nice. But a lot of them have had new roofs. I think the house is further back the other way. So we've got to park somewhere around here, get some milk. See where we can park. Could have gone in there really. Ah, damn. Parking's a bit shit. Might wait till I get to Mezzachar. One of the typical train crossings. Got some really old communist trains here, you know. Massive they are. Huge. You know, they go on for, oh God, thousands of meters. They're massive. Big massive fuel carriers carrying fuel, petrol and everything. Mezzachar swimming bath. I don't know what they're doing in there, but it's not been open this summer. These are like all the weekend houses. It's where we had a weekend house. I'll have to take you there. I I'll have to drive round. But these are all weekend houses. Some people live in them permanent, and some people just like they live in them permanent, and some people just have them just for holiday homes. Because some of them don't live in Mezzachart, some live in Mezzachart, some don't. Like this is an old geezer over there, old chap. Got that little one there. He lives in that. He's done it all lovely. There was nothing there. He's got all little fencing up. It's on his own, like. The famous bridge here, this is, where I lost my flip-flop drunk on Parlinkhead walking back to the weekend house. I fell asleep in the middle of this road, you know. Just round that bend, what we've just gone past. I fell asleep. Fell asleep in the road, and a car driver woke me up about 3 o'clock in the morning. I walked from Mezzachart Central, I didn't have flip-flops on. You know, the flip-flops won't go between your big toes. I was pissed out of my head, and I mean, I could have got hit by a car. There's no lights. Lucky you weren't driving fast and whatever. Because I tell you, I would have been dead, flattened. The lucky lorry won't come in. But look at this driver, he got me up and he asked me if I was alright. I think he thought I got hit by a car. Realised I was drunk. Proper fast asleep. The tarmac was lovely, you know. Because it was dead sunny, sunny daytime. Tarmac balling at night. Yeah, so very, very stupid. This is what I said to you. Parlinka, maximum 2. Start knocking them back and knocking them back. You not have a clue what you're doing. You'll be just nowhere. And that's one of the big problems with it. And what it does, it creeps up on you. You don't know that you're being proper wasted by it. It just demolishes you all of a sudden. And that is what's lethal about it. I mean, come on, how's Parlinka? You're talking 80% minimum proof. It can kill you. If you drink too much of that, you're dead. And I have drank a lot of it in the past, and not very nice. I fancy a little bit of a, I fancy a little bit of a walk around Mezzachart, you know. I fancy to go and have a bit of a walk around Mezzachart, maybe go to a couple of the pubs. My son's probably not be happy, she don't like me drinking. Because I mean, when I'm drunk, I'm alright, and then it depends if something pisses me off. I can be really a nightmare. Not very good, so she don't like me drinking. And I don't drink, so I wouldn't mind having I mean, it would be better on a Friday. Thursday or Friday, but I better get some milk anyway. Wonderful Mezzachart, eh? Somebody's selling some watermelons today. Do you know what makes me laugh? They try and rip me off, some of the people here. Where's the entrance? Oh, got a new entrance here. This is all the doctors here, you know. This is all the doctors there over there. It's where I went when I've had a couple of my problems. Get myself sorted out. I have to check my pennies, make sure how much money I've got on me. Oh, I know everybody here. You've not seen me for a long time because I've not been coming into Mezzachart. 1 minute, I've got to check the pains. Here, go look at me. Look at me. Jesus, fancy having to sit on bag, right? This shit. Right, how much have we got? Oh, I've got loads of money. That's alright. I think we'll take one of these bags with me. Is that a cold store bag? Jeez. Oh, it's not too bad now in there. It's got massive handles on there. Whereas that has as well. Alright, let's go and see what we can see. Let's go and have a He's going to have a goose of the gander. This is called cope, not coop. Call it core, pardon. Right. Might have to probably turn the camera off because some people don't like it. So, I know him, he's a tosser. I don't like him. This is like what this is like one of the cigarette bowls. This is how they do the sell cigarettes here now. Nemzeti Dohanya bowl. You're not allowed to sell cigarettes in any of the shops anymore, so you have to come to actually a cigarette shop. It's the only place you can get your cigarettes. Oh, air conditioning's on in there. Get me a little basket. I'm not getting loads. Little basket, that's it. Oh jeez, go and get dog some biscuits. Yeah, I might get dog some of these likes. Oh, bocce. Just said sorry to me. Oh, it's that 1,000. These are nice. People think I'm mental rather than talking to myself. That's what I drink, Cuban. What, like 1.5% alcohol, please. So this is like your typical town shop. Like these, like them paprika, look, they're not very good, are they? Alright, need some milk. When does this one run out? 14th. That's not got long on that one. 9th now. So not 15th. This is a problem. This is a problem with these shops. I bet them ones at the back. I think they'll do 5. They'll do 5 if I'm not getting any more. Australia's got some beer at home, hasn't it? This is like your Red Bull. Hell, proper professional. It's got what's his name? What's that bloody not Top Gun. What's his name? People think I'm mental talking to myself. You'll love it, ain't you? Hey, real life of living in Hungary by the mad nomad. We were going around oh, Tampax. Don't want any of them. They're laughing at me. They're laughing around me. They said, like crazy Englishman. Well, they don't know I'm English, but no, I'm talking a foreign language. There's loads in there. I should probably think they're saying not like mad here, isn't it? Saying crackers. Crazy, crazy guy. There was something there I was supposed to get. I've got to be careful with the camera now, so I might have to point it in another direction. Jó napot!
Jó napot kívánok! 1, 2, 3. És ő is kér. 2415.
Pretty quiet, to be honest. Good, it's just coming here at the right time. Coming at the wrong time, the shops can be chock-a-block. But obviously I've come at the right time. I just dropped my money out of my pocket and I've just found it on the floor. Fucking bastard. God, I dropped my money on the floor. I think I dropped about 500 foreign, not much. That will look, yeah? How much did I drop on the floor? Ah, the bleeding hell did I drop that? Well, I've got to go home now. I can't, because I've got milk, so I've had to leave it. So I've left it to the last minute. Yeah, there's a receipt outside the door on the concrete with 500 foreign. It was only like about quid, £1.60. It's not much. This is what I was saying. Got to get this milk home. There was a car. There was a car parked. The Skoda was parked where I was, and the guy was in his engine running. The Ellie did not even notice that money is beyond me, unless he actually see me drop it. He might see me drop it and decided not to pick it up. Decided not to pick it up. I've just seen the Jeepy, the Jeepy woman who smashed into this Renault. When I went fucking mad at, I've just seen her. I just looked at her. She reported me to the police, didn't she? She reported me to the police, that cop around now. She says that I said I'm going to smash the Reds and drag their faces across the concrete. I mean, I did say that. I admit that. But I was angry because he's trying to take the piss, not take piss out of me. Fucking fuck around with me, Adela. Don't mess around. All she had to do is apologise, not take the piss. She started it, caused me loads of shit. Want me as her. Oh, I might go for a pint, you know that. Might just ask. The trouble is, I get back in and the dogs want to see me, don't they? I could always hold on a little bit, stay in the house for a couple of hours, and go and ask her for a pint. Should we go for a pint? Should we go to one of these little like bars with all the gypsies on? Trouble is, I have to buy them all a fucking drink, don't I? Don't think I'm loaded. Yeah, anyway, I seen the woman just now and she proper broke her neck. When I looked at her, she might have thought it was sunset. She proper broke her neck to look at me because I stared at her. She put her head back behind one of her friends who she was walking with. Toss her. Look at me garden, so I jumped in now, didn't it? It was good, doesn't it? Look at them pigeons on the roof. I counted 100 pigeons the other day. And what they've done, they've all left the church, and they've all now they're all living on my roof. Because that satellite dish, that's one thing I've got to get sorted out. I need to sort that satellite dish out badly. Anyway, back home. I don't know what time it is. I mean, I might. If I don't do it today, I can always go tomorrow later on or something. But at least we've done a video, eh? Done a bit of a video today. Been out. I can't breathe. Too hot in here. Not too hot. Here we are. Where's my bloody rake? Come on, rake. Let's have it. Why is it? Let's have these rakes out. Come on. I forgot about you, I didn't. Anyway, don't forget, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Not much again, but something for you to look at. See you, Suki, oh, baby. Here you go, of course. Oh, what's going on here? You've even been eating my Wellington? You've had my wellies. Hey, what's this? What's that? You had my Wellington? Look at all this water coming out. What's your mum doing? Mixing out on you? Where's your daddy's also? You're Suki, little baby Jelly. Jelly. Do you want a biscuit? I've got a biscuit for you. Here's a right. Here's a biscuit. See, Daddy always brings you something home, doesn't he? Bought you a little, nice soft ones.